Hello, folks. My name is Alexander Holden, and with me is a man who risks his livelihood to avenge the one he loves. A man who bled his heart out and never stopped fighting. A man who went to hell and back. Nic Virtue. Nick, we're just days removed from Battle in Britain, where you competed in your third Hell in a Cell match. Most of us watching had a difficult time seeing you lose so much blood and see you suffer by the hands of Christopher T Rosa. How are you feeling? And what was going through your mind in the midst of it all?
How do I feel? I feel like crap. It took me 4 days, just to be able to wipe my ass. There is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, in this business more unbiased, more unbothered than that cell. It doesn't care who you are, what you have, or what you have to lose. Its sole purpose is to take everything it possibly can from you, and it always wins. There's a reason you have to sign waivers to even compete inside the Hell in a Cell. There's a reason Lance Frisco didn't even want to book it in the first place. He didn't want to be responsible. Nobody should have to be responsible for what that thing does to you. But all I cared about was making Christopher T Rosa feel the pain that he put me through. All I cared about was making him feel helpless, making him feel vulnerable, making him feel enraged. Beating him was just a bonus. And as much as I enjoyed beating that bald-headed ass, I couldn't have done it without the help of my two biggest rivals, two of my best friends, and the woman that I love.
Nick, this will probably go down as one of your greatest Hell in a Cell matches of all time. But you do have one more match scheduled. For the very first time, you are set to face the infamous Emperor Stryder in what's billed to be the dream match everyone wants at the next Freedom Pro event. What's your message to the Emperor?
You know, it's interesting you say that. Dream match. What's even more interesting than that, Stryder, is that you were there. Right in your own backyard, Battle in Britain. You were there. Not only were you there, but I looked you straight in the face. Even called out to you. But you didn't even bat an eye. You see, I only have one question. Only one question that's been on my mind. And that question is, why? I thought to myself, maybe he didn't hear my voice. Maybe he's preoccupied. Or maybe, just maybe, he doesn't feel like I'm on his level. Maybe he doesn't think that I'm his equal. Stryder, you and I have been compared to each other our entire careers. From day one, it was always the legend of the Emperor to the lore of Nic Virtue. From day one, it was always the flash kick versus the bittersweet symphony. We've been so close, yet so far apart. And now the time has finally come for the world to know who's better. But I think we already know these things, Stryder. If my eyes tell no lies, it seems like you've lost a step. Oh, how glorious the Emperor of the fighting world is. Losing to someone whose hair is brighter than his future. Meanwhile, I'm out here slaying Bowser and capturing Princess Peach while I'm at it. But old Stryder can't even take an interview for the match. What happened to the Emperor? What happened to the Black Jaguar? Wherever he went, you'd better find him and drag his out, because they're calling it the Dream Match. Two of the biggest icons this business has ever seen. Live in Los Angeles, California, the Black Jaguar versus the Heartstring Maestro. The Emperor of the Fighting World versus the Inner City Dreamer. One-on-one, Face to face, the first time, and maybe the last. I didn't get your attention backstage, Stryder. But I'll sure as hell have it when I whoop that Royal Age-all ass all over Staples Arena. And there ain't nobody, oh, and I mean absolutely nobody, who would better know other than the Heartstring Maestro.